Boston Scott's Double Play. A Packers legend becomes a coach, but not in football, and a stand-up comedian remembers his glory days. On NFL Films presents.
I was always just infatuated. You know, cars, speed. Any place that we would go, I was that kid that always had Hot Wheels in his pockets, and I could sit there on the escalator and I could just watch the car's wheels spin. And my imagination would just take me on a Hot Wheels track, somewhere where I can visualize those cars doing cool things. Come to find out, I actually wasn't just imagining whatever, I was imagining Rocket League. Boston Scott, running back for the Philadelphia Eagles.
What a run that was by dynamic Boston Scott.
And pro Rocket League player for Dignitas. Wait, all right, you guys control it. I'm going all the way back.
You go.
It takes a special kind of athlete to become a dual sport pro. Well, a new challenger has appeared, and his double play looks a little different.
Nice.
I got left mid. Rocket League is a car soccer game, and you have to hit a ball into a goal and obviously score more points than your opponent.
In 2022, Boston Scott signed with Team Dignitas and became the first professional multiplayer in the NFL and esports.
I became aware of that he's pretty good on the sticks.
Pro gamer.
Yeah. I'm not a big gamer, so I don't know what makes him good at it.
So, what does it mean to be a professional Rocket League player?
My team competes in the Rocket League Championship Series.
The RLCS, whose athletes dedicate their lives to training and competing at the highest level.
Let's get into the game.
It is a global thing. Teammates that are from different parts of the world coming together to achieve the same goal.
This is Rocket League!
Having a teammate, across the globe in America and Boston, it's a virtual world, so you can't get used to it. Let's clean up the rotations, boys.
Okay.
We've got to clean up the rotations.
For each event, you get points that contribute to whether or not you make it to the big dance, which is Worlds.
The RLCS World Championship. You want to be world champion?
It's like the Rocket League Super Bowl, complete with all the fans and all the emotion.
Team Dignitas are making waves right now, just like this crowd.
Being able to see that on a professional level, it changes your perspective of things.
But long before Boston had pressed start on pro football,
Tell them rotate. Yeah.
his love of gaming actually set his career in motion.
My childhood hero growing up was Sonic the Hedgehog. He always went fast, always wanted to go fast, and I was like, man, I want to do that too.
Boston always had wheels, but his path to the NFL was far from the fast track.
Definitely had some stops along the way, man. I got released from the Saints.
Scott, native of Baton Rouge.
After being drafted in the 6th round by New Orleans, he found his way onto the Eagles practice squad.
A lot of uncertainty at that level. I always had my bags packed, around training camp time. You just got to be realistic with yourself. But your boy always had a system out.
With his mind set on making Philly's active roster, Boston did what gamers do: grind.
I've always been a homebody anyway, so whenever I would come home after a practice from a game, and probably the first thing I'll do is turn on Rocket League. It's kind of therapeutic in a way to continue to compete without exerting my body on a physical level. There you go. I got pretty good at it.
Scott's dedication to improving his game has always been his biggest strength.
Being a overlooked guy, a smaller guy.
Would you mind donating 2 inches of height to the Boston Scott Foundation? Get to it, Boston!
I had to
What you want me to do? Put me down!
do something, to separate myself. I learned how to be determined. I learned that not everything's gonna work out on the first try. Philadelphia called me up. All the nervous energy, I just let it all out.
Gives to Scott. He pushes. He's in. Touchdown.
It'll be Scott to the end zone again. Oh my, who is Boston Scott?
Boston earned his spot on the 53-man roster, and his drive paid off in more ways than one.
I hit Grand Champ, which is top 0.5 of over 6 million players.
Great Scott.
I was posting clips on social media and, that determination and discipline. Dignitas took notice. I was excited to get the call from Dignitas like I was to get the call from Sean Payton.
Scott's dual sport career is all about making the most of the opportunities he controls.
Boston Scott doesn't play that much, and he has 6 touchdowns.
When I think of Boston Scott, I think of a guy that is ready to go when his numbers call.
For the Eagles and Dignitas, Boston Scott plays a similar role.
If something happens to one of our attackers or one of the defenders, Boston kind of have to step in there. So a lot of it comes down to having an understanding for every role that we have.
Scott flew into the air.
They know that I will be ready for sure, without a doubt.
Boston Scott has done such a good job when he's come in for this team.
For Dignitas, Scott is the 4th player on the Rocket League team and the host of the web series TDs and GGs, where he brings his mindset to the headset.
Coming from NFL is really huge for us when we do have a younger team. Being able to talk to these guys during losses, during wins. Boston brings that winner's mentality and the mindset out of the players.
Don't worry.
I'm going to take my credit. Nice 50, I got it.
We're looking to cement ourselves as the best Rocket League org in the world.
I've watched so many videos of Boston and NFL. His mental toughness absolutely rubs off on us. He kind of brings that into Rocket League, and it's like, well, we could just run through our opponents. We can do anything, you know?
There's a lot of similarities between Rocket League and football. You know, the kickoff can determine the field position that you put the defense in, right? You can use the boost, you know what I mean? That's like knowing how to control your body in the run game.
That's a slow spin on. I know, bro. Did a little dipsy-do twirl turn there, but it looked good.
Demolition is where you run into another car at full speed. Their car explodes.
Boston Scott come through like a little missile.
I blew his ass up.
If you can incorporate the passing aspect of it, you can really make yourself dangerous.
What a catch, the little man Boston Scott.
High point in the football translates directly.
Scott leaps and makes the catch.
He's got it over the tap box. Absolutely everyone.
I want to bring the Lombardi Trophy to Philadelphia. I want to bring whatever that trophy's name is to Dignitas. That winning mentality can bring this place to the next level. And I want to show that esports is the real deal, man. It's the real deal.